Let's go!
So did this come with a Kombat Kast as well? Did they Kombat Kast Conan? It does have a Kombat Kast. Okay. So let's watch the full breadth here. You know, as much as MK1 is in a weird spot right now, I still am curious how this character is going to play. I'm curious what the heck they're going to do to the game. I do think by the time NRS finishes their time with MK1, whether or not that's sooner or later, I think it'll be a substantially better game before that does happen. So we'll just see what goes down. How Arnie-like is this not Arnie? All right.
What grieves me most is that you murdered my pets.
Pets? They were monsters.
Not bad. Damn, bitch is shiny. Okay. Okay. He is looking a lot better than the previous gameplay. Things have improved, all right?
Finally, another swordsman.
You seem way too excited for this fight.
What the hell? What the hell? This bitch has like an Injustice back 3?
Beware of
What'd I just look at?
Shang Tsung. He is a snake.
I know what to do with snakes.
What is happening? Bro, is this a cameo? You're also Jason? Is that movie shit? Oh, he's got a run cancel. Okay, he's doing some shit. Pretty good opener for a fatal blow. Ow!
Finish him.
He's fine.
Fatality. Conan wins. Flawless.
Conan?
victory.
O'Brien? A bull. Conan? Oh, wait.
Conan wins.
Conan. It's Conan. Like, it's always been Conan. It's not Conan O'Brien. It's Conan. I mean, it always has been Conan. Conan O'Brien wins. I think he looks a lot better than he did before. I'm seeing a lot of crazy shit in there, which is a good thing. He looks kind of cool. I think it's like a solid like 8 out of 10. They did a pretty good job. I think I'm more excited for Conan and his ridiculous bullshit than at least I was for Peacemaker and Omni-Man. No, maybe not Omni-Man. Omni-Man seemed kind of cool. Peacemaker and Homeland's a lot. I think I'm more interested in Conan just based on gameplay stuff. You saw a little Kotal Khan in him. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. There was some pretty interesting stuff gameplay-wise in here. Let's call it out again. January 21st? Oh my God. Was that what I didn't realize the date, dude. That's right before friggin' remake. That's soon. Rebirth. Ah, dude. Thank you. Somebody said it, finally. He's got the Robin moves from friggin' Injustice 2. Thank you, dude. there was something in there. I'm like, there's some shit that is very familiar. And I can't pinpoint it, but yeah, he absolutely has Robin shit from Injustice 2. At least it feels that way. That's a great throw.
Finally, another swordsman.
You seem way
Swordsman.
too excited for this fight.
It does feel like the voice is trying very hard, right? To make him sound as young-ish when his accent was the strongest it was, which is, you know, back in the 80s when he was being Conan Arnold. You know, it seems like they have to lean into his accent as much as possible. This is a lot of launching and bouncing.
Beware of Shang Tsung. He is a snake.
I know what to do with snakes.
Armored run. Weird movie shit. Okay, there's a lot of meter being used in this combo. Okay. Okay. I straight heard it. I heard I'll be honest, it looks kind of cool. It's not like the greatest guest character ever, but I'm sitting here around like an 8. I'm kind of curious. I think Scream Lord had me kind of like, oh, okay, I don't know if I'm really into this, but what they eventually made Scream Guy into was pretty cool. I'm definitely more excited for this dude than I am for Homelander than Peacemaker, even though Peacemaker ended up being really interesting. Does he have stance cancels? Bro, who doesn't have stance cancels in this shit? Like almost every single character in MK1, I swear, the majority of new characters have like stance cancels in some way. And yeah, he has a stance cancel. You see him at the run. Let's check out the Kombat Cast. I want to see more.
So let's talk about what we enjoy about Conan. Stephanie.
For me, I don't know if we've ever done a guest character that more captures the character, like in terms of aesthetics, than Conan.
Character buffs and changes are at 2050. What is happening here?
Back everyone to the Mortal Kombat
Whoa.
Pro Competition.
As you would expect, we have some of the best players in the world.
It's not over.
Apparently they made a really huge investment into their esports scene. Yeah, dude, what the hell? That's not typical. It's been a while since these prize pools have been this big, right? Gotta give some of the WB-ness some props in this situation. They definitely committed a bit. So Sonic Fox is gonna be happy. Their prize pools have not been that way for a while, as I recall.
He's gonna do it, cause the upset. He's gonna get the combo.
Can I get some noise out there for some Mortal Kombat? This is the Pro Competition, Sonic Fox.
Oh my goodness.
Man, he knows what a statement.
Unbelievable upset of the tournament.
Yeah, actually showing some commitment to the game makes me think maybe it isn't gonna be done soon.
Go over. Hang on a minute. No.
I missed something. Chill. I think it was something that I also saw on Twitter. Yeah. We saw this on Twitter. T1000. Cool.
Go over. Hang on a minute. No.
Yeah. It's a small tease. It's not like we didn't know that was happening. So it's a tournament. It's like a year-long tournament.
Awesome. So the pro competition is coming very soon, hopefully to a city near you. If not, good thing to travel to. A command grab, so it is not blockable.
Show me
What
the
is
sound.
this?
Take a look at it. Oh.
Oh my god, the most dry toast. What the hell? The most plain white bread character ever. Holy shit. They gave him something interesting?
That did not disappoint.
No, so
Classic.
did not
Tornado
The most
DDT.
dry toes. What the hell?
obviously you can do
Okay.
air combos, but you can also get up in their face, do a jump, throw it on them, can't block it, like
Neat.
shimmy them, fun
Shimmy him.
stuff.
Hit him with the shim.
Another character that's getting a new move that's really interesting. I'm going to be reading it so I don't mess anything up because it's a very cool move and there's a lot going on here. Raiden now has an overcharge move. So Raiden has a new move that is performed by hitting block while he's charging his electric orb projectile called Electric Overcharge. He stores the energy in the amulet and after a set duration it will explode, launching the opponent. It has a lengthy duration, so Raiden will have to pressure his opponent as the timer ticks. You can also, if you want to, set it off on your own to make them pop up. So let's take a look at that.
I was gonna say I need to see this.
Okay.
You saw there, he pulled in the electricity, holds it there. He can continue hitting you, block pressure, block pressure.
A lot. You nailed that.
It's a lot to say, and there's a lot going on
Can
in
we
this
see it?
video. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Let me see. I want to see. This is a lot. Okay. Cool.
So, Katana has a lot of new tools, which I'm sure Katana...
Yeah, I mean that played out exactly as you read it to me.
I know,
Really.
yes, there were a lot of words, but definitely rewatch that. A lot of new ways.
Look, that's if the examples. Okay.
Bash someone with a giant sword.
Let's look at some Conan
You have
stuff.
your character. He is here.
This sounds good. This sounds good.
Let's show them what you mean.
Let's just go into it. Yeah. So I think, a lot of times when characters hold a weapon, I'll say, and of course they use in the normals and all that, and he's no different. You can see his uppercut uses his sword. His jabs, instead of punching, their swords.
Oh, that looks
His
like a
down
very
three,
slow jab.
his sword.
He's got a sword. He's got to use
This
it.
close range might be
It
complete
is
ass.
huge, just like him, and it takes up a ton of range.
Oh, what's his gear piece?
His gear piece is
The
his
sword.
Damn it, I thought it was going to be his
He also
underwear.
has some really cool palettes.
Okay, okay.
Including some that are not just his furry trunks thing. So let's go into some of his more unique normal attacks. He has his back one, which has really good range and is quick.
And is advancing?
And it's very fancy.
Yeah.
They are highs, so the opponent can jab under them, but they're really good in the neutral. He also has forward 2, which is kind of his big standard bearer, mid long range attack, and you want to go into, you can hit confirm into a combo.
chop.
The last hit is actually plus on block if they block the big boot,
Yeah.
but it's a high, so you can duck it.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to
Lame.
trick them, commit to.
You're gonna have to have a low
special
special.
move, cut it out early, or you just commit, and if they block, you get advantage. Another one I wanted to show was his forward 3-3, which I think is one of the coolest looking normals.
It's
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
That's
is
a
my
reference.
Favorite, it's my favorite normal, just because the how it stops the way it
Yes.
does.
So this has 2 variations. If you end in 2, he does a quick overhead that splats them. If you end in 3, he does a low that trips them up, and he actually gets a pop up. And that's going to be one of his main combo starters.
Okay.
Then I wanted to talk about 2 moves that he has that he can actually charge up. So he has back 2. Swipes him up in the air, pretty standard stuff. If you hold the button,
You can charge?
you can charge it, and it becomes a pop-up.
Ooh.
And it's probably the highest pop-up.
It's a
really,
heck of a pop-up.
really
Now,
big.
He also has something neat from it. You can actually cancel it. You can charge it, or he can cancel it into a throw, or his fatal blow, which we'll be showing later. So if the opponent's standing,
You can cancel it into a
you can
throw.
do a throw to catch them off guard.
Okay.
The same applies to back 3. See, he does this big knee, knees you in the gut, or he can charge it, and it actually knocks them away and becomes advantage on block.
So he has chargeable
So again,
normals.
He can cancel into throw, fatal blow, or this move he can cancel into backdash or forward dash.
A lot of tusk in there.
So something you're going to see with Conan across the board is he's going to kind of end these strings, and then he can do these charge-up moves and the opponent's going to have to decide, do they want to try to poke out of it? Do they want to block and then use an advantage? Do they want to just block and hope that, you know, throw and you can escape the throw and all that kind of good stuff.
So while being a kind of a pick and play brawly kind of character, also has some of those higher execution tricks he can do as well. Not super high
not
execution.
high execution at all, because
Okay.
you're just holding the button and, you know, canceling back and forth. But a little bit of spice.
A little spice.
Yeah, spice. Oh, we said there would be a little spice.
And then the last normals I wanted to go over, which I think are the ones that appeal to you, he has 3 different strikes that go into a throw. So this one ends in an overhead, and it goes into a grab animation.
3 different strike
This
throws.
one is an actual throw that'll throw the opponent if they're blocking.
Yeah, that's very
And then he has
Kotal-Khan-ish.
2 throw, where he will throw the opponent if they're blocking. You can end combos with it, and you can use mix-ups, like maybe you go into a special move if they try to jump out of the throw. And lastly, this has another little twist. If you do 2-2 by itself, it actually restands. So if you go into a
He
combo,
has a natural restand.
he can do it.
Good for
and
you,
restand it.
Tusk.
He
I'm
gets a
sorry,
little bit of frame
Conan.
advantage, and then you can go into some of your mix-ups.
He has
You
a
can go
natural
into that.
restand.
You can go into a throw. You could go into your forward 3-3 mix-ups.
Excellent.
Okay.
Let's check out his throw before we go into a special move.
That is a really cool throw.
Throws so much blood.
And here's his cameo throw. I love this pose.
He just over the sword.
So you can see that's his normal attacks. It's pretty much exactly what you'd want from Conan the Barbarian. You know, not a lot of fancy. He is not doing spinning kicks at
Right.
all. He's doing big boots, knees, and swords.
Why is a natural restand so good? So because of what happens after it, most of the time after a restand situation, you're left at really big advantage, because the whole point after the restand is that you can cancel into like a special and just end the combo, or you could not, you know, and mix people up like crazy. With some characters in the game, like their wake up attacks can be quite good, and having a natural restand is pretty good. Wake up attacks in general have a level of like power to them that prevents people from like pressuring you, and you sort of lose that. And you're like, oh, so what do I do now? Like, I'm sort of stuck here. And it restands almost in any single game are very good, dude. And especially in MK games, whenever a character historically has a restand, it's usually very good.
This stage got real bloody real
I
fast.
was about
Leaves the
to-
person who's restanding
And I'm not
at a
done
very,
yet.
very high advantage.
So, you want to go over his special moves?
Yep.
All right. So the first one I want to show is his spin, sword spin. Down forward 1, he does a spinny spin spin.
Spinny spin spin.
It's a good combo ender. You can end your strings with it. And it has a neat effect where it will actually reflect projectiles. And it will reflect them in a random direction.
Oh. Ooh, look at that go.
But
A
the
random
EX one
direction?
will reflect it straight.
Right back at him.
And the EX one has a really neat feature. So normally you do the EX, spinny spin spin,
Spinny spin.
knocks them down. However, if you
Right.
do one more bar, in addition to EXing it,
Whoa,
you can
2 bars?
cancel a normal cameo move or another special move into it.
Ooh.
So here's like a normal. Do spinny spin, and I'm doing 2-2, and it'll go into his 2-2 string. So you
Oh, so it just gives him a cancel. He can cancel out of it. It's mega expensive.
can go into the restand, or you can do it with cameos. And I'm going to call out Frost.
Weird.
So you can use 2 bars to do it because you have to EX it and then you have to cancel it, but you can get bigger combos, round combos, cameo setups, you name it. So it reflex projectiles, ends combos, and extends combos.
It does it all.
So a lot of things it can do, and again, big brawly character, but some very interesting spice on some
Right.
of the things.
Yeah, I
he
don't think
does.
Conan looks bad. I think he looks fun.
Right.
You literally just mash out.
Looks like a lot of fun.
So then let's go over his sword spin.
It's funny because he looks like pretty approachable and kind of like normal. He's like charged normals and shit, which is also what Tusk has. You know, that's kind of the same thing. Tusk also got attack reflex. So there were certain points in Tusk's attacks in KI, his medium sword and heavy sword, that literally could reflect and deflect physical attacks. And they were short. They were like 5 frames here or a few frames there. And they just kind of happen. Like you play the character and they just sort of happen, which is quite fun. But Tusk and Conan seem like they also share a design philosophy, and it's that they're easy to use. Tusk was a pretty easy to use character. You don't have to do much to see some big shit happen, you know?
This is back forward 4, and he turns around and spins this 100-pound sword a
Like
couple of
it's
different
nothing.
times. This is another, again, you can use this to end your strings. You can use this to punish moves from a distance. The EX move has armor, so it's going to be one of...
So MK ripped off KI. Well, KI ripped off Conan all those years before. His Tusk was literally just Conan. In KI2, he was Conan, and then in KI20, the next KI, he was Techno Viking Conan. It's clear that, like, why does Tusk do Conan shit, and why does Conan doing Tusk shit? Well, they're all taking inspiration from the same thing, which is the old 80s movie.
His better armored attacks. You think the opponent's going to try to poke out of one of those mix-ups I mentioned? Nope, I don't think so, sir. Sit down. Or you can use it to, maybe they're throwing a projectile from half screen. Or you just want to look cool, you can EX it.
I mean, it is looking pretty cool. It is looking pretty cool.
Let's also go over his counter. So he has...
Yeah, what's the
this
chest
parry
pump?
where he hooks up, and
Come
if
at
the
me. Come at
opponent tries to do an attack, he bops
Now,
the head
my whole
and
ass
he
head.
uses a stagger.
Are you
And that
just
lets him
raw
do it.
stunned out of this?
Bop. And then he
Oh,
hits a full
that's
combo.
really
That'll
good.
carry mids, highs, and overheads.
Mids, highs, and overheads. So
Then
anything but
let's
a
go
low?
Over,
There's more?
there's a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's go over his airstrike. So this is a move.
That's really good, especially if it doesn't cost meter. It gives you full combo after. You're gonna have to be very careful with strings you throw out against this guy.
Down back two. He leaps into the air with a sword attack. This is mainly his pop-up starter.
All right, this is a
It
weird
also
looking
gives him
special.
a preemptive anti-air, and he can hold forward to jump a little bit higher.
This is a
And on
weird looking
EX,
special.
It adds the little flourish for more hits. And that's going to be kind of the key to starting his combos with his special moves.
Very cool. I like the effects that run down the sword as you're charging it up.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Let's also go over his sword uppercut, which is down forward too. If you hit one after, he does this downward strike. You can use that as an anti-air, you can use it to finish your combos, and the
Yeah.
next version has armor, a reoccurring theme. So if they're trying to poke you, if they're trying to anti-air you, all that kind of business, you can use the armor. You don't have to do the second strike, but it's available to get extra damage and to fake out if they're going to try to punish the regular version.
Right.
You can also do the downward strike as its own special
Oh.
move.
All right, now this is it's literally KI. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's a Conan uppercut with a smackdown. That's just like Tusk, but maybe Conan does that. As soon as they're like, okay, so he has a jumping like OTG attack, I'm like, all right, brother. That is literally the Tusk shit.
As down forward one in the air, which you can use as almost like a dive kick, except
It's a dive
he
sword.
would never dive kick.
It's a dive sword.
That's for girly then.
Yeah.
That's a dive sword.
Love it.
Let's also go over his sword run. And then this
there
I
armor?
think- oh yeah. This is the armored
We're
move,
gearing up for
armored
MK
move.
versus KI.
Down
That's what's
forward
going on.
three, He'll start running.
I'll take anything.
And you can let the button go and do the strike.
So, Scream Lord also had this, right? Scream Lord also got like a run and attack you sort of thing.
Cancel it. So he can stop, go for a throw, go for a charge, let it go.
It looks like the
Yes,
cancel, but he
version
probably doesn't
has
have a
armor.
command grab out of it.
And the neat thing is if he's close, the animation actually changes and he just straight up
Yeah, that's
bobs
awesome.
you instead of running.
This one actually has armor, yeah.
Let's also go over one more move, two actually. One, it was one of the best parts of the trailer, his cameo throw. Down forward, L2, and he literally picks up his cameo and throws them at him.
It's a new way to use your cameo.
Yeah, they agreed to sign on.
Yeah.
I thought this was like Sub-Zero doing his weird ice shit. Where he like tosses the body, but in a different way. But apparently it's just unique to Conan. He just yoinks the cameo and yeets the shit out of him.
Conan the
They signed the
Barbarian.
contract.
Right.
So he is not a guy that's going to throw projectiles. He's not going to use,
gonna
you know,
throw
magic
another
spell.
person.
Yeah, he throws a human being. You do have to wait for the cameo to come back before, you know, you can't spam it, you can't use cameo
Right.
moves, but you essentially have a projectile that does a big chunk of damage and takes up a ton of space.
And looks awesome.
And it looks
Looks
really, really funny. And then his last special move is one of the neatest. We're not going to show it completely here.
I want to see him pick up Motaro. Yeah, 100%. Please throw Motaro.
We will. So after this, there is a QA fight, which we always do. You'll be able to see it in that as well. So.
But let's show it. If he's low on health, he has about 30% left. He can coat himself in this blood, and if you kill him in this state, the spirit of Crom will appear.
Crom.
And he will actually fight it and resurrect with a little bit of health back.
Ooh, so he has a resurrect.
He
There's
does.
a little chance to come back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, but it goes away.
And I think we have one more thing to show.
Bummer.
You guys want to see the fatal blow?
It goes away. It doesn't last that long.
Well, that was awesome. Okay, pretty violent.
Yeah,
Dug it.
so he is pretty brutal.
Let's check it out. The gameplay. I forgot this guy was in the game.
Fight.
Till he did that jumping command grab. The double bounce, and there's the restand. Ah, so his run is fully armored. You don't have to do the uppercut. Wow, man. Okay, heavily scaled? How heavily scaled we talking? Are you still getting 300 out of this? Not scaled enough. It's good. Wait a minute. It doesn't take away from the cameo, my dude. Look. Look. It doesn't take away from the cameo. Whoa. It's just a normal special. I thought it was going to take a chunk of the cameo away, but it's just like a projectile straight up. Yeah, I'm digging that. So you get 50 health.
There's always a way.
Round 2. Fight.
Ah, I'm getting ganged up on. Ugh. So wait, going back. That one didn't cost a bar. So he meter burned the start of it, but it still allowed him to cancel it into a normal. Meter burn right here, no more. Only 1 bar. It was 2? Shut up. Did he have full meter? No, he didn't, dude. Look at his bar. God damn it, you're right, you piece of shit. Piece of shit. Got excited for a second. No!
One more dead enemy.
Final round. Fight.
Was that a new move on Scorpion? Or I've just been out of the loop for a long time. That is not something I've seen before. What the hell did it even do? Very old? It's been there for a while? Does he light the floor on fire? He's had that. Ah, it's dot damage. Gotcha. That looked wild, but I'm into it. Could have done so much more. Ultra! Shit. That was pretty cool. I like him, okay? It won't be the popular opinion, but I will say it. I like him. I think he looks fun. I went from being like, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll pass on this. No, I want to play him. He looks fun. He looks actually legit fun. I like him. I can't help it.